What's up with y'all? Solidus-T, the ice god. Chopping it with y'all. Yeah, get into this shit. Hope everything is going well for everybody. Now, today's topic. Now, I know you guys are all aware of what's going on with Shannon Sharpe. You got the white OnlyFans chick. She talking about he did some shit to her, and that nigga fucked around and pretty much losing everything over this bitch. And then a lot of shit coming out that's kind of suspect. And yeah, fucking with a little OnlyFans porno chick got bumped off. So I'm pretty sure y'all up on that. That's the top. That's the wave that's going on right now. Everybody's talking about it. Thought I'd chime in on it. Now, even though this is a white woman, and I've already told y'all that even though non-black women are better to date, that does not mean you can't get fucked over fucking with a non-black woman. It doesn't mean that you can still get that work. I want to be clear when I say that. So I'm not getting up here saying that all non-black women are just so much better, things are perfect. I never said that. You can get bumped off fucking with a bitch that's not black. You dig? These things do happen. So let me get that shit straight. It's just that a lot of the times this type of stuff don't happen. Then we seen black men get got by black women on shit like this. The late great Tupac, that's how he ended up in prison, because a black chick said he raped her. You see what I'm saying? So we all know all women are guilty of doing this, but I caught some backlash recently. Y'all probably don't give a fuck, but I caught some backlash recently where people that seeing my content was saying that, oh, you make it seem like non-black women are so much better. You see what Shannon Sharpe is going through? That's a white woman that's doing that. And I ain't gonna cap, but even though I was being criticized, I kind of agree. That is fucked up. But where they fucked up at is, I actually got a video I did where I said, even though a white bitch might be a better option to date when it comes to like having an actual nice functional relationship, that doesn't mean a white bitch won't get down on your black ass. I got a whole video talking about that. They skipped that part. So to get at my critics and detractors real quick, let me say this. White women ain't perfect. Ain't no motherfucking great path to greatness with a white woman. You can get dead dirty fucking with a white girl. You dig? Plenty of black men are going through it fucking with a white woman. I never said you can't. It's just that it's way more common and more likely you'll go through some bullshit fucking with a black woman, as we see with all these niggas out here going through with they black woman. You know what I mean? That's what I said. So it's like this. Most black women come from single mother households, right? That damages a person, whether it's a boy or a girl, but we're talking about girls. So when you deal with a black woman, she already comes with trauma because she was raised by a single mom. She most likely has a history of dealing with the worst type of dudes, you know, gang members, drug dealers, dudes that's criminals, scumbags, etc., etc. Dudes that's scammers. So it's like, now here you are fucking with her. You're going to have nothing but trouble on your hands. You get with a white woman, more times than not, the white bitch is not going to have that kind of baggage. More times than not. More times than not, the white woman, she's going to grow up in a situation where her father was around, so she's not fatherless, etc., etc. You don't really get that from black women. So your chances of not going through bullshit are better with a white woman. That's what I'm trying to say. But even though I just said all that, that does not mean white women are perfect and you can't have trouble on your hands like Shannon Sharpe does fucking with a white woman. That does not mean that can't happen. That's what I said. So y'all need to understand that to its fullest capacity so these criticisms can go away. You dig? The only reason why I'm telling you niggas to date outside your race is because you stand a better chance of not having a dysfunctional relationship. Because black women come with dysfunction. There's a good chance non-black women don't. That's why I'm telling you niggas that they're outside your race. Now, to touch on the Shannon Sharpe situation. I like Shannon Sharpe. You know, one of my favorite players growing up when I used to watch football, when he played for the Denver Broncos. So I'm a Shannon Sharpe fan. But in my opinion, Shannon Sharpe was in the wrong. I'm gonna tell you why. People making a big deal out the fact that the girl was 19, 20 when he met her, and he's like 50 something. And I can see that because that is, even though it's legal, it's not no underage type shit. It's legal, so you wouldn't get in legal trouble doing that. But I get it, that is a bit too young, even though people do shit like that. Because you got girls out here right now, 21 years old, having babies by dudes in their 40s. So that's too young, so I get what they're saying. Me personally, if I was 50 something years old, I wouldn't be fucking with a woman that young, me personally. But it's not illegal, so I can't fully criticize it. But where I think he fucked up at, when he met that bitch, when he found out that bitch did OnlyFans and was a sex worker, he should have never fucked with her. He should have never fucked with her. That's where he fucked up at. He should have got him a chick that doesn't do sex work. If he was fucking with a bitch that don't do sex work, there's a very good chance he's not going through this shit. You dig? Because see, the thing is, and for those that know how the underworld works, they know what I'm about to say is true. Women that do sex work, whether it's she's a stripper bitch, a bitch that sell pussy on Backpage, a hooker that's literally on the streets, she does porn, sex work, she's a sugar baby, any kind of sex work. If a woman is doing that shit, two things. She has a warped sense of reality, a warped view in the world, and not only that, she's untrustworthy. You can't trust no sex working bitch. A sex working bitch will get you bumped off out here. Just like he's getting bumped off. When he found out she had an OnlyFans and she was doing that porno shit on OnlyFans, sex working, he should have been like, I can't fuck with you like that. He should have been like, I'm gonna go get a bitch that don't do sex work and I'm gonna get my fuck on with a chick like that. Had he did that, there's a very high likelihood of a chance he's not going through this shit. He doesn't have to quit his ESPN job. He's not losing sponsors because they're saying he's losing sponsors. And he doesn't have a smear campaign going on where everybody's on your bumper now. You dig? So, fucking with a sex working bitch, it's a mistake. Don't fuck with a bitch that do sex work. You dig? Because I'm telling you, a woman that's a sex worker cannot be trusted. You will get bumped off fucking with a sex working bitch. Don't do that shit. Fuck with a bitch that don't do sex work. He should have went and got him a bitch that work at Target. Me personally, I love a bitch that work at Target. I'm gonna keep that shit 100. I love a 9-to-5 bitch. I love that shit. A bitch that get up and go to a job every day and she's not a sex worker, I love a bitch like that. I don't know about y'all, but I love me a bitch that do shit like that. I don't like no sex working bitch, no. Because I know I can't trust her. And one, she's a sex worker. Come on now. Common sense alone would tell you why I'm not fucking with a sex worker. But, besides that, she can't be trusted. Sex working bitch will get you set up. Can't fuck with no sex worker. Nigga. Any form of sex work. She will get you bumped off out here, nigga, and you'll be regretting you even dealt with that bitch. Bitch will hit you with a false allegation. Bitch will scam your ass, finesse you somehow. She'll have you meet up with her, and then you meet up with her, them niggas be there waiting for you, an ambush. Anything could go, amongst other things, anything could go wrong fucking with a bitch that do sex work. Never fuck with a bitch that's a sex worker. You dig? You meet a girl that do sex work, your best bet is to just say, I can't fuck with you, and don't fuck with her. Keep it moving. Unless you a customer and you one of the niggas that be paying for pussy. I wouldn't recommend that. I would not recommend that. Don't do that. If you did do that or do that, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's the only way you could get, I fuck with a sex worker and not have to worry about getting bumped off. I guess, whatever, if that even makes sense. But if you're like fucking with a sex worker where it's like she does porn or OnlyFans, but I'm chopping it up with her anyways, me and her politicking and shit, and she's like my girlfriend somewhat, even though she do that, that is a mistake. Because from what I understand, that's what he was doing. Because he was actually holding on to this bitch, Shannon Sharpe. He was actually holding on to this bitch. And he was holding on to this bitch. And this went on for months at a time. And she's a sex worker all this time. That's where he fucked up at. He should have never did that shit. You dig? Soon as when he found out she did sex work, he should have been ghost. Like, I can't fuck with you like that. I'm good. You know? And I just want to tell y'all, you upcoming guys, you guys that are coming up in the dating scene, don't fuck with a sex worker. Find you a girl that don't do sex work and get it in with her. Do not fuck with a bitch that does sex work. Because if you do, a weird situation may come out of that where you might get bumped off. Play it smart and keep it moving. I know the bitch look good. Bad little sex working looking, porno star looking bitch. I know, bitch bad. But there's girls that don't do sex work that look just as good. So you really good from that perspective. You ain't got a trip like that. Because I'm telling you, a woman that does sex work, fuck that sex working bitch reasons for why she's doing sex work. She's a sex worker. You can't trust a bitch like that. Bitch like that will get you hit. You dig? Fuck that bitch and her reasons for doing sex work. You can't trust a bitch that would do that. You know what I mean? You get in deep with a bitch like that, you gonna be in trouble like that nigga is. So don't fuck with a sex worker. So all you young niggas that are watching this shit that's coming up, don't fuck with a bitch that does sex work. Chop it up with a bitch that don't do sex work. Plenty of girls out here don't do sex work. Go get you one. They out here. You niggas just ain't looking for them. Because I'm telling you, sex working bitch, no go. You will bite the dust fucking with a sex worker. You know? Because like I said, details came out about what he went through with the bitch. He met the bitch and then he was talking to the bitch like this went on. He was like messing with her on a level where it's like, this is my little fling or something. No, not a sex worker. He should have went and, like I said, he should have went and got him a bitch that don't do sex work and made that shit work with her. Whether he's just fucking on her or it's like his actual girlfriend. That's what he should have did. Because a bitch that don't do sex work, she's not going to be fucked up in the head like an actual sex worker is. You dig? So your chances are better of not getting hit with a false allegation or getting set up and shit. You know what I mean? Or bitch scammed you out of money or some bullshit like that. You know what I mean? Talking about she wanted $10 million and shit. The fuck? Or $50 million. Probably doesn't happen fucking with a regular bitch. But a sex working bitch would definitely hit your ass off like that. I'm just surprised he didn't know that. So yeah, that's how that shit worked. So this is a white bitch, from what I understand, that's hitting him up. Yeah, so that's fucked up. So yeah, that's how that shit go. But even though all this is going on and it's a white woman that's doing the bullshit, y'all know me. Y'all know where I stand. Black woman's still the worst bitch, despite that. You know what I'm saying? Don't get it fucked up. I know it's a white bitch doing this bullshit. Fuck that white bitch. But overall, when it comes to women, the worst woman to still try to mess with is still a black bitch, despite that. I'm hard on the black bitch because black women are too ghetto. Black women are too ratchet. Black women are too many single mothers. You know, black women are too cutthroat, too conniving, too deceptive, too untrustworthy. You know, black women are just, quite frankly, too retarded. So even though it's a white bitch causing this, Black women still full of shit. And you know we standing on that. You know. And even though I talk that date outside my race shit, I would still date a black bitch, but she gotta be a square valley girl acting like a white girl type black bitch. Kerry Washington type black bitch in this motherfucker. Now, Kerry Washington's a real person. You don't meet many Kerry Washingtons when it comes to black women. Usually when you meet a black bitch, it's usually a ghetto bitch. Even if she look good, she's still ghetto. She's still a hood rat. But Kerry Washington's one of the few black women from what I've observed that don't act like that. If I can meet a black woman like that, I could consider dating her. You dig? Because like I keep telling you motherfuckers over and over again, it's a behavior thing with me. It's not because she's black, it's the behavior of black women. Black women are very unattractive due to their behavior. You know, black women don't act like ladies. They're very unladylike. That's why I'm so hard on black women. And then you got all this bullshit going on, all this dysfunctional behavior, all this baby mama shit. Another reason why I don't like black women. So it's multiple reasons. Some people had me fucked up talking about I'm saying this shit because I don't like black people, my own people and shit. I ain't gonna lie, I was mad as hell when motherfuckers said that shit. Even though that's not something to be mad about because I know it's not true. But the fact that you're ignoring my reasons for not liking black women or people were doing that kind of bothered me or whatever. So I want to respond to that because the same people that said that are probably gonna watch this video. So I hope they hear this shit. So yeah, gotta be a special kind of black woman. Typical black bitch? No. But back to the topic, the Shannon Sharpe. Yeah, he fucked up. Lesson learned, don't fuck with a sex working bitch for a duration of time like that. And you probably avoid situations like this. Get you a bitch that don't do sex work. Nice square bitch that work at Target or Walmart. Keep it moving. Because I'm telling you, I'll say this again. I love me a 9-to-5 bitch. I'm not gonna cap. Nigga, I love a bitch that got good morals and she go to work instead of doing sex work. I like a bitch like that. And like I said, I live by a Target. The super Target store I live by, there be some bad hoes working there. I love me a Target working bitch. I love a bitch that work at Target. I don't give a fuck if she black, well, white, Mexican, Asian. Nigga, she cool, I'm gonna get at her. She bullshitting, I'll move on. It's that simple. No reason to be mad at a rejection. But yeah, Shannon Sharpe fucked up. Hopefully that shit blows over. Hopefully he is actually innocent and he can get back on track. But I hate to see a nigga get took down by a bitch. Because like I said, that's the downfall of so many men, especially black men, a fucking bitch. You look at life and a lot of black men problems, most of that shit stems from a bitch. So you don't like to see black men go down like that. So this type of situation I don't like. So I thought I'd touch on it. And I'm just hoping he can be vindicated and this shit's not true and everything can go back to normal. That's my hope. So we'll see what happens with that. But yeah, the moral of the story is don't fuck with a sex working bitch for a period of time because she will bump you off. No more, no less. I'm gonna let y'all go. Solidus-T, the Ice Guy, signing off. Until next time. Yeah.